Hey there guys, what's going on? Today we've got another video in our best class setups in Modern Warfare series. Again, with the most recent patch, Infinity Ward did a bit of an interesting thing. One of the bundles in the store features a fire shotgun ammo, and I looked at it, I'm like, that's interesting. I thought I was dreaming because surely they wouldn't add something like that to Modern Warfare, but here we are. We've got the new best class setup for the Model 680 with the fire incendiary ammo. And I'm telling you now, this was a mistake. They're going to have to nerf this basically as quickly as they did add it. I'm serious. All you see at the moment is just people running around with Model 680s or Model 680s with the fire rounds, either trying to get it or they've already got it because it's just busted. So let's add fuel to that fire here and give you the best class setup for the Model 680 with the fire rounds. But just before we do get into our class setup here, let's try and get this video to 10 likes. The support for the videos has been absolutely crazy recently, so mad props to you guys for supporting me and my videos. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on so you get notified when my videos go live. If everybody who was subscribed got one friend to subscribe, we would already have smashed 1,000 subscribers, which would just be crazy. Right, so let's talk about this new overpowered class setup for the Model 680. So as I may not have mentioned this already, the fire shells on the Model 680 are overpowered. Adding them was definitely a mistake by Infinity Ward, and they didn't even put them in the patch notes. They did that thing where they just stealth add stuff and it'll probably get mentioned in next week's patch notes. But for now, this is probably the dumbest thing in the game. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it is super fun to use this, but really only because it's super busted. You just get such a massive boost to your damage, and it's insane. Like, even if you just tag someone, you get a hit marker, you'll still be dealing loads of damage to them because of the fire. It just keeps burning and you just keep doing damage. EOD does reduce it a bit, so that's one of a little bit of a counter, but if you're still close enough to them, EOD won't do anything. So I guess we'll just see if this stays unchanged at the moment. The fire rounds are overpowered. Also, these are unlocked through various challenges, and there is a number of different ammo options for the Model 680 now, but we are of course talking about the Dragon's Breath rounds. But anyway, the Model 680 was already a fantastic shotgun in this game when they did buff it a little while ago. It's really effective up close and does even better now at medium range, which is exactly what you want out of your shotgun class. So let's talk about how to put this overpowered class setup together. Fire rounds, man. I thought we escaped that in World War II, and then in Black Ops 4, I thought we got away from it, but apparently not. So we'll start off with our sidearm perks and grenade choices here. We'll go over them fairly quickly because they are fairly similar on all of my classes. Our sidearm, of course, is the Deagle because you'll need something if you want to fight at slightly longer ranges, just in case. We've set it up like this. This is the best Deagle class setup, so you do get a little bit of a bonus class setup here. We've got the monolithic suppressor, the forged tack enforcer barrel, the tack laser, the lightweight trigger, and the 13-round mags. This is again the best Deagle class setup that you can make, so it's pretty good, this one. Perk 1, I think you've got two options at the moment. Quick Fix is a really fantastic option that I've been liking more and more recently. Getting that health regeneration started after you do kill someone is really powerful. But EOD is also a very good option at the moment, especially with the amount of fire shotguns that you do see running around. This does reduce the damage that you do take from fire. So either one of these two first perk options is going to be pretty good. Like, I'm normally running Quick Fix because the EOD isn't too necessary yet. I haven't seen too many fire shotguns running around, but the more and more people unlock it, you'll need this basically just to not die immediately. Perk 2 is, of course, Ghost here. Really does help you stay off that radar, which is really strong. Also, sometimes people run around with heartbeat sensors and radar drones. That doesn't make it any easier for them, so... Plus, if you do somehow get advanced UAV'd, you will be much harder to track down. And Perk 3 is, of course, Tracker, and this does work really well with Ghost as well, but enemies leave behind a footprint trail. You see markers at enemy death locations, and they hide the death markers of enemies that you do kill. This is a really powerful option, and Ghost as well are really powerful options for being stealthy and sort of getting behind people and sort of controlling the flank and stuff like that. It's really good, especially with the shotgun, where you do need to get up close and personal. In the lethal slot, we've of course got the C4, which is really strong for clearing out areas and just chucking over walls and doing all sorts of other good things. But all of these other lethal options do a really good job at what they do. Like, Claymore's obviously really strong, the proxy mine's really strong, Semtex is good. I'm typically, like, really a Semtex guy, but, you know, they all do a very good job at what they do. The tactical grenade is, of course, the stim shot, because anything else is sort of not really too usable apart from, like, a stun or a flash, but I just don't like using these in this game. It just feels too cheap, especially when you're just going to stun someone, run around a corner and just shoot them. There's not any much they can do about it, so stim is the most powerful option, but it feels the best to use as well. So starting off with our attachments here in the muzzle slot, we have, of course, got the forged tack Marauder. This gives us a massive boost to our damage range and tighter pellet spread and sound suppression, which are all super powerful bonuses to get on a shotgun. It's a perfect option in this slot and it works together with our barrel to make us very, very strong and really good at range. We do of course lose a little bit of aim down sight speed and aim walking steadiness with this, but what we lose here we can make up with other attachments, so that's not too much to worry about. But we're not really aiming down sight loads anyway, so that's not too much to worry about again. We are aiming for, of course, 1 to 2 shot kills, and with the fire rounds, this is very doable at medium ranges, so extending out our damage range a little bit further and tightening up that pellet spread is really, really strong. So of course, in the muzzle slot, we've got the Forged Tack Marauder, and that's the first attachment in this Overpowered class. In our next slot, we do have the XRK 30-inch Sport Barrel. With this, again, we do get damage range, a tighter pellet spread, and increased tube ammo capacity. We, of course, lose a little bit of aim down sight speed and movement speed again, but like I said before, we're not aiming down sight too much, and the movement speed isn't an awful lot to worry about, especially with some of our other attachments. With this is a really, really powerful option for extending out our damage range. This and the Liberator are both good options here. The range difference isn't actually too much, and sometimes, like, you don't really want the extra movement speed decrease, so the Liberator is also a good option as well. You just miss out on a couple of extra shells there. That can actually be pretty important with the Sport Barrel. Getting those extra couple of ammo can sometimes save your life, which is really powerful. But yeah, both of these barrel options are very, very good, and they're just really good barrel options in this game. Most of the barrel options in this game are fantastic, apart from like some of the ones in the MP5 that are a little bit lame. Like, imagine if the MP5 had a damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control attachment. That'd be dumb. So of course, in the barrel slot for the Model 680, we do have either the Liberator or the Sport Barrel. They're both really good. But for the sake of this class, we do have the 30-inch Sport Barrel, and that's the second attachment for this Overpowered class. Our next slot is the laser slot, and in here we do have either the 1mW laser or the 5mW laser. With this, we get sprint to fire speed and a cool little red light that only we can see. Alternatively, you do get a little bit of hip fire accuracy and a green light with the 5mW option. With this Model 680 class, you do need to play in a very aggressive way, so you'll need to be sprinting in and out of cover, and with this laser, you can get your gun up super quickly. Normally, I'd say you could use the 5mW laser as well, and you definitely can do. There's always an argument to be made for using that one, but it is a little bit more effort. Just sort of think about hiding your laser while you're sprinting around like a madman. If you do think you are capable of managing both sprinting around and being aggressive and hiding your laser at the same time, I think the 5mW laser is probably the better option, so I'll leave this one up to you to choose. Both are really good options again, so feel free to choose either. So in the laser slot, I'm going to go with the 1mW laser, because I don't really want to reveal myself immediately before I have a chance to fight back, and that's the third attachment in this Overpowered class. No optic here, of course. We're using a shotgun, so having anything other than the iron sights seems like a bit of a waste, so we'll move on. So moving to another attachment that we've got here, this is the stock slot. In this slot, we have, of course, got the no stock option. With this, we get movement speed and aim down sight speed. This is one of the best attachment choices on so many weapons in this game. It just allows us to be really aggressive on sort of less mobile options. You can move in and out of cover really easily with this and then get those sights up super quickly to tighten that pellet spread to make us even more lethal. It's always hard to go past this on any super aggressive weapon. You'll see this on most of the classes that I've got that let me rush around. It just allows us to be super aggressive and really, really strong. We do, of course, lose a little bit of accuracy with this, but that's literally inconsequential because we have a shotgun and we don't care at all about being accurate. You just hit the shot and they'll probably die. I just love the fire shotgun, man, but I feel like when I get killed by it enough, my opinion will probably change. So in the stock slot, we've of course got the no stock, and that's the fourth attachment in this Overpowered class setup. And lastly, we've got the best new attachment on this Model 680 class, the Dragon's Breath round. With this, we get incendiary damage. We do lose a little bit of damage range, but really at the range you kill people with this, you don't really notice the loss. This is one of the single best attachments in the game, and I'm not really sure why they added it to the game at all. Like, there are other shotguns in the class that struggle, namely the VLK Rogue and like the other one. You know the one. You know the like the semi-auto one. You know what I'm talking about. Like, surely they could have just received a buff before you add like an insane attachment like this to an already super strong weapon. I did a video on this like 2 weeks ago about how busted the buffs were to the Model 680, and now they do this. Like, this is a completely wild attachment. You can just kill people from so far away. You just keep plinking them away. You keep shots from heats far away, and they just keep taking damage, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Plus, like I said, even if you do get them hit with a hit marker, they'll still be taking damage, and they might even die, which is just wild. Plus, it's really good for taking out low health targets. If you're looking for one of the best attachments for the Model 680, and one of the best in the game at the moment, look no further than the Dragon's Breath rounds in the ammo slot, and that's the last attachment for this Overpowered class. Alright, so this is our full class setup here. All of the attachments that we've chosen help make the Model 680 just busted in this game now, like completely busted. It's wild how they even thought this was going to be a good idea in this game. Like, surely someone tested this and went, yeah, that might be a bit much. But apparently they didn't. So I'm kind of sorry about adding fuel to the fire shotgun spam that you're about to come across, but trust me, you've got to try this thing out. It is super fun and it's super powerful. Like, it's just insane. If you did enjoy this one and it did help you out at all, make sure you do leave a like and do subscribe with those notifications turned on so you can stay up to date with all of the best class setups and Warzone loadouts and other videos that we've got coming up. Don't miss any more of those upcoming videos. We are, of course, getting closer to 600 subscribers all the time, which is actually insane considering we hit 500 subs on Monday, which that's just, oh. And it really does help me out by letting me know that you are enjoying the content. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye!